Hello and welcome to the home of the Ghost Owl, and here we are with our new series. And our new series is going to be the Total War franchise. Now, I've been playing Total War since the first Rome. I missed obviously the first Shogun and so on, but I've played pretty much every Total War game since, with the exception of Troy and Three Kingdoms. And I'm really enjoying playing Total Warhammer 3, and I actually, for the first time, really want to delve more into the games. I normally have played them pretty casually, but I actually want to play them a bit more. And with that, I actually wanted to record a number of videos for this channel. As I say, it's a pretty brand new channel. We're just starting to put new content on there, and I actually want to have a whole series of videos, and we're going to start off with Total Warhammer 3, but I do want to delve into the other the Total War franchises as well. And the aim is, for Total Warhammer 3, we're going to play every single legendary lord, but we're going to do it faction by faction. So we're going to start off at the bottom with the Wood Elves, and we're going to play every single legendary lord of the Wood Elves, and then move to the next faction, and the next faction going down in alphabetical order backwards. And to give people a bit of a flavour of each of the factions, kind of how they play. Now, as I said, I'm casual at Total War, so this will not be very hard. You can expect, as I play nearly all Total War games, it will be normal on the campaign, normal on the battles, but we will not be using auto-resolve. And the aim is we're going to complete 50 turns. So we're going to do 50 turns with each legendary lord, but no auto-resolve in that 50 turns, no matter the battle, which is going to be quite interesting. In terms of what I've done so far on Total Warhammer 3, I haven't actually played it that much. I only really started playing it when Immortal Empire's beta has been released, which is what we're in now. I've done a 200-turn campaign with Count Noctilus. I've completed the long victory condition for Valkyr the Bloody. And I'm just in the beginnings of the first 100 turns of doing a Cetra campaign with Tomb King. So I have dabbled in it a little bit, but not a huge amount, just starting to learn the map and kind of how things work. So this is very much a new and casual player's perspective of each of the factions in the game, and we'll see how that goes. As I say, this is a new channel. There's a lot of new content that we're putting on there. Some content from previous videos made for World of Tanks, and also recently some MMO introduction content as well. But this is the next in the series. So if you'd like the content and you want to see more, please subscribe. It's free for you to do, and it helps me out a great deal. If you want to see more live action, then I do stream live on Twitch on Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays and Sundays, where you can see me streaming World of Tanks, World of Warcraft, MechWarrior Online, and many other games, being more of a variety streamer. Okay, without further ado, and with that little bit done, let's jump into the game itself. So here we are. Main screen here. We're going to click our new campaign. And we're going for Immortal Empires, and yes, it is still in beta, but man, oh man, do I love Immortal Empires the same as I loved Mortal Empires in the second game. So here we go.
Empire's blessings, yes.
Okay, and race-wise, as I said, we're going to start with the Wood Elves, but we're going to go up Warriors of Chaos, Vampire Counts, Vampire Counts. We're going to go up in this order all the way to the Beastmen. But Wood Elves first, and if we look at the Wood Elves as a faction, Forest Healing. Heal the world's forests in return for powerful faction-wide bonuses. Okay. And bear in mind, I haven't played the Wood Elves in Total Warhammer 3 yet. I have played them in the second game. World Roots and Deep Roots. Wood Elf armies can use the network of ancient tree roots to avoid impassable terrain and travel vast distances between forests. Okay. And then we've got missile-focused Elven unit roster with a variety of enchanted arrows and fast-moving cavalry. Okay, so the Wood Elves, or Azrai, are the guardians of Athol Loren, the most ancient forest in the Old World. They are a reclusive and mysterious race who rarely emerge from the forest and are generally only seen when coming to its defense. Although they can appear cruel or capricious, in reality, the Azrai are a neutral power who act only to maintain the balance of their environment. It is this cause for which they fight, for no land remains untarnished long if it cannot take up arms against those that wish it harm. The waking woodlands of Atholoran have endured for many thousands of years, so long as the watchful eyes of her protectors continue their loyal vigilance. Okay, so it's a missile-focused roster. That's familiar, with some fast-moving cavalry. Let's delve into the legendary lords.
For the hunt.
Right, so what lords we got? So we've got Orion, who's kind of like the overall major lord. We've also got Durthu, who is a tree man lord. We've got the Sisters of Twilight, my personal favourite from the tabletop, having played Warhammer for a very long time. I love this model. This is a Sisters of Twilight. And then finally, we have Drycha. Okay, so we're going to start off with Orion. So, Orion is reborn and roused to Atholoran's defense, emerging from Bretonia's forest of challenge to smite all threats to the sacred groves. Right, so, and his faction is known as the Tal Sin. He starts with, we've got Eternal Guard, a nice sort of blocking infantry unit there, Forest Stalker, anti-large and charge defense, which is nice. We've got some cavalry, Wild Riders. That's your typical sort of heavier cavalry. Wild Riders with shields, so that's even better. Shame they don't, so that's Wild Riders with shields. Deepwood Scouts, so these got Forest Stalker, they got Vanguard deployment and Master Ambusher. Range is 180 on those. And then we've got some Eternal Guard with shields. We've got Eternal Guard and then Eternal Guard with shields, and we've got Wild Riders and Wild Rider with shields. That's kind of going to have to be interesting about how we use those. Faction effects enables the unique Wild Hunt event. Minus 15% upkeep for cavalry, so pretty cavalry-heavy army, which is going to be interesting. Leadership plus 10 during forest battles. Okay, that's the faction effects, though. Right, Lord effects. Passive ability, Guardian, when Ariel is embedded in the Lord's army. Okay, so we need Ariel then in his army. Charge bonus, +8 for Wild Riders and Great Stag Knights units. Okay, that's good. So that tells us, yep, cavalry needs to be a part of his roster. Plus weapon strength, plus 20% for Wild Riders and Great Stags. Okay, so cavalry, a big thing. And missile strength, +5, but that's all armies faction-wide. But he specifically, a lot of bonuses to cavalry. So we're going to have to remember that. I am not the best at micromanaging cavalry, so that's going to be fun and interesting. And we need Ariel in his army. Okay, great. Where does he start on the map? So he actually starts, there you go, the Talcin in Atholoran. So we've got Bretonia here, there's Ulthuan. We know we've got some Skavens, some dwarves around us, there's some goblins up here. This is the Empire, Chaos across the top, Dark Elves over here. But Bretonia, goblins, dwarves, and some Skaven in the south, plus the southern kingdoms immediately in our vicinity. Okay. Right, the campaign settings itself, normal campaign difficulty, normal battle difficulty, sea lanes, yes, end game scenario, not going to matter, we're not going to get that far anyway, but we have, this is what I would normally have it on trigger, on long victory, trigger and timer range, though while I have been testing it, I've actually put the turn timer range a bit further out. So you've got all your different scenarios. Advice is high as we're sort of starting the game. Time limits unlimited, no battle realism, and then the incremental autosaves. Okay, without further ado, let's start our first campaign in the series, Orion of the Talcin Wood Elf campaign. Lovely artwork there. some of the Warhammer artwork is absolutely fantastic, both for Warhammer Fantasy and also 40k. Okay, there we go, and let's jump into the campaign. Okay, here we are for our first campaign as the Wood Elves, Orion of the Talcin.
Let them face the rage of the forest!
Okay, so there we go. There's Orion, Immortal Empires. Yes, it's in beta. That means there's going to be bugs. No problem. We accept all of that. So, yeah, as we said, okay, here a bunch of Bretonians around us. We've got greenskins around us, as expected. Dwarves up here. Some more greenskins around here. Okay, so we control Oak of Ages to start and King's Glade. Okay, and we currently start at war with Paravon. They got 2 armies here, and there's Quinels. Right, so those are all ticked. We've got the world roots and the deep roots. Okay, so what have we got? That's where we are, Oak of Ages. What have we got over here? So Witchwood, that's Sisters of Twilight, just next to Exiles of Nehekara here. So Tomb Kings, we got Morathi here, and then obviously Malekith up there. We've got Alariel in Ulthwan, there's one. Sacred Pools, that's in the Lizardman area. Orion's Camp, that's down with the Tomb Kings and the Skaven Dwarves. These are the 2 new ones, that's over in Cathay. This one here, currently held by goblins. We've got dwarves here, vampires here, so that's going to be interesting. Greenskins, 2 southern kingdoms down here. And then we've got, this is north of the vampire kingdoms, just south there of Kislev. And then we've got another one here, which is the heart of the empire, really, but chaos not far away, okay? So that's that. And we've got officers. This is common in a number of factions. We've got these officers. Rank 3 for these 2. Rank 1 for these. Looks like they're all for the Lord and for local regions. So there's no faction-wide benefits from them. Okay, so that's something to remember. Technology-wise, we need Amber to do these and 5,000 for that first one. Okay, but the first one here, campaign line of sight, plus 25% for all settlements and characters, control plus 1. Okay, so we'll do that one. Right, what are we going to do first? Well, I definitely want the Waystalker in Orion's army, and then, so we've got the Waystalker. He can pair up the Deepwood Scouts. We've got our 3 cavalry units and 3 infantry here. So let's attack them first. Okay, so as we said, 50 turns, no auto-resolving, and let's fight our first battle. So they've got some swordsmen, they've got some 2 units of swordsmen, 2 units of spears. Spears will have to watch out for the cavalry. They've got 1 unit of cavalry as well, which is knights errant, and then they've got 1 unit of archers, their lord probably mounted as well. So, hammer and anvil style tactics. So, there's our anvil, which is our eternal guard of spearmen. You'll notice they don't have vanguard, whereas the rest of the army does, which is less than ideal. But let's keep Orion with those. He's also got 2 spells as well, which is the Hawk's Talon Bombardment and a Vortex ability. Okay, right. What are we going to do here? So those spearmen are quite far forward, so I'm going to take both of these, group them. Oh no, not you, not you. It should be you and you in the group. There we go. And then the cavalry in their own group. But I think what I'm going to do is they're going to have skirmish mode on, and I want to try and get some pressure on these spearmen early on. And then I think I'm not going to vanguard the cavalry yet. Do I want to? Actually, no. I'm going to do. I'm going to put them over here, bit out of the way. They're quick enough to get in combat, but it means the spearmen won't catch them too quickly. First thing I'm going to do is get these guys moving forward. then we're going to get the archers on the spearman unit, and then we're going to see how it develops and wait for the perfect moment for a cavalry charge, hopefully trying to catch out those peasant bowmen. Okay.
Faster!
I will!
Your troops will fire at will without orders to the contrary, Commander.
So there you go. So we've got archers engaging these guys. They are in skirmish mode, so they should stay away. Looks like they were moving towards my cavalry, and now they've thought better of it as we now move up with our spearman units.
Defenders of Attribution!
Man, they've left those out quite exposed.
Eternal Guard!
Get the Eternal Guard into here. Keep the pressure on those, and now I'm going to get...
Wild Riders!
I'm going to deal with that cavalry unit. Orion, I'm going to put the vortex on there. And I'm also going to put that one on there as well.
Battle ready!
Keep the spearmen engaging here. And we already see...
Kill them!
So now we've got this spearman that can hit these guys from behind.
Lord of the hunt!
Orion, we're going to set him to melee, and we're going to engage here.
Orders!
Keep the arrows on those. They've broken.
Wild Riders!
So we're now going to have the Wild Riders come here, and we're going to try and hit these spearmen from the back.
For Cain!
Like so. And as we can see, they are already getting ready to break there, keeping the archer fire on that spearman unit.
For Ariel! Yes! Strength of Kronos!
So let's keep the pressure on him.
Armed and ready!
They've broken.
At once!
So what I want now is, let's get you on there, let's get you on there, and you on them.
Kronos!
Let's get the pressure back here. I want the
Eternal Guard!
Eternal Guard over here. You keep the pressure on there. So cavalry, we're trying to get them mopping up, and we're trying to get the Eternal Guard into the cavalry, and we can't quite catch. They're going to break anyway.
Eager and ready! Eternal Guard! Glory to the
And in fact, the Lord isn't the one that I'm that concerned about, nor the
Let's hunt! Your command.
nor those. So I want to put the cavalry into the spearman unit, because I want the spearman units gone if I have to fight these guys again.
Wild Riders!
So if we get rid of the bowmen and we get rid of both spearman units, we can be much more aggressive with the cavalry early on. And we can speed that one up as well. And there we go. So still getting used to Orion there. Maybe he's a hybrid weapon specialist. Maybe a bit aggressive with him early on. He got caught by the arch unit, so we're going to have to watch out for that. And we're pretty much done there, so we can end the battle there. He moves very fast, so he outpaced those Eternal Guard pretty quickly. 49 kills overall, but the cavalry doing well. And of course, he is giving bonuses to those cavalry as well. 31 losses overall, decisive victory, 532 losses from the enemy. And we pretty much hammered them, and they didn't actually get that much. It was some of the swordsmen there on our Eternal Guard. And we got a Sword of Swift Slaying to go with it. But what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to get Treasury right now. I'm actually going to go for the Army Replenishment, because I'm thinking that we might fight another battle fairly soon. Okay, so we got a follower gained, which is a War Dance Drummer. So that's control and melee attack for War Dancer and Blade Singer. Not the best for us right now. We did gain a weapon, and we killed that enemy. So let's take the increased movement range. And we've already equipped the weapon. We have equipped the ancillary, but that's fine for now. We are going to boost up Oak of Ages, and we are going to boost up that to level 2, and I'm going to put this, I do want to get myself starting ranged units. Yeah, let's yeah, I want some of the ranged units. Additional archers will definitely help. But it looks like we're now in range of this army here, so let's deal with that one. Okay. So we're going to be a little bit more careful with Orion here. We replenished, but didn't replenish him. So let's fight our second battle. No auto-resolve, as I said. Still on the first turn, and we're in 2 battles already. This should eat all the movement range, though, so I don't think we're going to get to battle Quinnell itself. Okay, what have we got? So, okay, so there's the halberds. They've got their Knights of the Realm. They're a tougher cavalry unit than Knights of the Realm. They're a tougher cavalry unit. So what I'm going to do is, again, infantry. Yeah, about that's fine actually. I'm gonna have Orion just at the back, and then actually no group. Let's have them here, because what I want to do is I want to try and get some shots into this cavalry unit, but I want to bait them out here and see if I can use this cavalry unit to counter them. Once we get them out of the way, the others become more vulnerable. Okay, so let's get these guys moving up. Orion just in behind.
Wild Riders!
And let's get them a bit closer. And now we can engage here. Enemy general coming up.
Eternal Guard! Your command? Ever ready!
Deepwood Cavalry!
Let's pull the cavalry back a little bit. Now we're gonna... Actually, you're exposed. Let's get the Eternal Guard on them.
Right!
I really don't want to engage those halberds from the front. Let's see if we can turn them.
Deepwood Guardian,
Like that.
command.
Waystalker, we're going to move him in like that, and I'm going to pull these back like so.
Awaiting orders.
Deal with those Knights of the Realm.
Orders understood.
Can we get away from the enemy general, please?
Hungry for battle.
Okay, you're going to come over here, but we are going to put the vortex on there. Like so.
Our bows are yours.
They just will not get away from that enemy general and shoot him.
Wild Riders.
Okay, so let's try and get the Wild Riders away from the anti-large.
For Ariel.
There we go, they're shooting now.
Eternal Guard.
Eternal Guard over here.
To war. At speed.
Let's use these guys to start mopping up.
By Kernos. Eternal Guard.
They're going up there. Good, the Lord is now going.
At once.
So let's
To them. End them.
finish him off.
Slaughter them.
He should
For
be
the
faster,
gods.
so...
Wild Riders.
There you go, they're now going. Those Wild Riders can finish off them.
Ready.
And we can now mop up. We lost a bit more there than I wanted to, and that was because for some reason my Deepwood Scouts just wouldn't get out of combat. I kept moving them out of combat with the Lord, but they just wouldn't do it. Eventually they did, but we lost more than we wanted to there. But that's fine. That's fine. We'll take the replenishment after this. And yeah, that was a bit of a mistake. But it looks like we're going to finish off most of the enemy units. Come on, finish them off. And there we go. Okay, how do we do? Lost 75. That was more than last time, but that's okay. 496 losses overall. As we can see there, yeah, nobody did outstandingly better, but cavalry not quite as good, but Orion doing very, very well, but that's obviously utilising his magic. Archers here not doing as well as last time. That's fine. Right, we're going to take the replenishment. We need it. We lost more than we wanted to, so I think that's the way to go right now. Okay, and we gained another follower. Chance of intercepting an army using the underway beast passable routes. That's very nice.
Lord of the forest.
And I actually want to come back towards the forest over here, so I'll happily take the march move.
The hunter.
Right, yeah, we'll take the Inspiring Presence training. I think that's the way to go. And passive ability base missile damage. So that's going to boost our... yeah, that's gonna boost our archers, so let's take that. And I think we're ready to move to the next turn. Interesting. Decline the attack. I've no desire to work with Grom on that one and actually let him take the damage, so let's decline. He's taking it anyway. I'm not allied with Grom or anything, so I guess it just kind of pulled me into the battle. That's kind of interesting. Forest encounter. The Bray herds gather. Respond to monstrous war cries of bloodthirsty beasts when a braying horde of beastmen has been spotted massing the edge of the forest. There may be no rhyme or reason for them to congregate in such a manner, but their intentions are particularly destructive. It would be wise to bring them to battle before they reach full strength and start attacking the glades. Where is that? Over here. How many turns? 3 turns to get there. Okay.
The forest calls. You have my blessing.
So we can world roots over here.
Yes, I will.
That's 1 turn. Let's add in a bit of a garrison. It's going to give me some upkeep as well, but it will help protect my city early on. Things a lot of the buildings in the Wood Elf thing, they actually need population to use, so it does limit your choices of buildings early on. Okay, there we go. Right.
I thirst for the hunt.
Now what I'd like to do is...
Make way!
Oh, I can only go that far, but that does put me in my
I
territory.
will make it so.
And I should be able to recruit now. So let's get some more... Let's get 2 more archer units. So they should be good next turn, and then we should be in place to go and deal with that threat. Grom took out Quenelle, so I don't have to worry about Paravon quite yet. but Grom is red to me, so I need to be aware of that. Right, now just thinking about these guys, can we...
Azreg, this is Athel Lauren.
Yeah, let's get
Home
some
of the Oak of
early
Ages. I shall comply.
non-aggression with these folks.
You need me? What could you possibly want? I will do my duty.
Okay. Let's get some non-aggression with those guys early on.
Protector of the oak.
Okay, we're not actually going to be quite in range for it. That's a shame. So if we're not going to be in range, let's move to the edge of our territory. And we should be able to recruit 2 more units. I think I'm going to recruit 2 more Eternal Guard. And end the turn there. Okay, we didn't quite get there in time for the forest invasion to ambush them. But we have researched our technology for line of sight and control. We did gain a follower as well, which is now 20%. Okay. Technology. Income from resource and crafting building, plus 10 armor for infantry and cavalry. Gain +1 additional forest health for winning battles in magical forests near heathlands. Income from raising. I'm going to take the armor. Okay. The Way Stalker. We can get him. Yeah, that's it. We want to improve what we're doing with him mainly, which is his shooting ability. So let's improve that. We don't really want him in combat. But right, what's he got? Okay. Well,
I live to serve Ariel. Rage of Kurnos.
let's see what we've got. Casualties medium. We've got quite a lot of missile infantry there. Okay, so we need to get our cavalry into those guys while avoiding the 2 spearmen. And he's got some axe infantry as well. Okay. Close victory. Casualties medium. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. So we've got some trees up in the north. Let's make some benefit of those. And a bit of high ground here. Okay. Right, so let's form our defensive line like so.
Deepwood Guardian. For the Osprey.
So let's have these guys like back here a bit. I want Orion right up here.
I hear you.
In fact, I'm going to put him in front. And then
Our Lady!
the cavalry, they're vanguard, so I'm going to put them up here. They should be hidden. With the aim is as soon as I can get sight of his missile units, we're going to come down and deal with them as quickly as possible.
Yes.
The terrain conceals the enemy's movements, Commander. We must be wary.
I'm going to put a bit of an angle on those guys, like so. We've got pretty good range on our archers, so we're going to start getting some shots in fairly soon. You have to watch out that flying unit doesn't reveal my cavalry. There you go, Waste Stalker's up there. Arrow of Kurnus. Okay, we did get the Arrow of Kurnus into his unit there. There's their archer units.
We stand ready.
I think now's a good time. We're going to get them engaged.
Defenders of Athelord! They will die!
Yeah, I'm okay with that right now.
Good. Very well.
Cavalry is doing well.
Wild
They're
riders.
fleeing into the next unit.
Let's hunt!
Okay, into the next unit.
Azray, attack!
Right, let's deal with them on the flank.
Silent Sentinel!
They're breaking
Trample
into the
them.
next unit. Their general is starting to fold.
Ever ready! Attack!
Into the next unit of archers. Okay, they're breaking into the back.
Lauren!
Hit them from behind with the cavalry.
Children of Isha! Attack!
They're fleeing.
Orders!
Let's get that over there. Orion now. We can get us a nice looking area for this one. Perfect. And this one here as well.
Eternal Guard! Your orders!
They're breaking as well.
them.
Off they go. It looks like we've got them. Right, there's their archers. So I want one on the archer unit there. There's a spearman unit.
Write them down! Wild
And
riders.
where's the other spearman unit?
Flatten
Here.
them!
Orion! Fear
You're there.
the
You can
Jedi!
chase down those.
You have my spear.
Protectors of the forest! Wild riders!
I want to try and get rid of their spearman units if possible. Again, I can make better use of my cavalry in that way.
Cavalry!
Right,
Ride
off
them
you
down!
go.
Wild riders! To battle!
Try and remove some of those archers as well. We can speed this up a bit. This is one thing I don't know why it does it, which is for whatever reason the cavalry just sometimes just break off even if the enemy is still on the field. I don't know if they lose the target or something as the enemy unit splits up or what, but okay, they're all gone. Last unit. Finish them off. There we go. And that was a unit of spearmen as well. So that was good. Decisive victory. So that was better than the close. Let's see how we did casualty-wise. 179 losses. Overall, I'm pretty happy with that. We got 1,568 losses on the enemies. No one in the enemy team there doing outstanding. But look at the cavalry. 250, 328, 237 kills there. Orion as well with 244. The magic, I'm sure, doing well, and again, the Deepwood Scouts proving their worth. 4,000 experience there for Orion, which is nice. The treasury would be nice, and he is nearly dead. So I think where I am, I think the treasury would be the way to go. And we'll see if we can now finish. We've got another hunting hound. Let's see if we can finish him off this time. So the difference with the auto resolve, right? So we're not playing any auto resolve, but in reality, I should have probably auto resolved this to ensure that we actually kill them off this time. But I think we've got a good shot at it. It's the same map as well that we played last time, so we're going to do the same things because it worked pretty well for us. Some high ground here, though. What I want to do this time is push a little bit over.
King in the woods!
Armed and ready! Wild Riders! Our bows are yours! With haste!
For the
I want to move a little bit further forwards there
Valleys and stranger formations of this place to your advantage, Commander.
to get some better range on the and the high ground for our archer units.
Orion!
Waystalker ready!
Son of Kronos!
I know that we can outshoot them, so I'm not worried about shooting them in a minute. I'm waiting for the cavalry, and cavalry comes in now.
Slaughter them!
Eternal Guard! Deepwood host! Your command? Aye! Defenders of Attribution!
Orion!
Deepwood archers! Quickly!
Okay, enemy's dead.
The enemy general is slain, my lord, cursing your name with his dying breath. Send his army after him.
There we go, very nice. These guys are about to break. Off they go.
Eternal Guard! Rise, sons of Kronos! Yes! Armed and ready!
Destroy all! Kronos is in me!
Get those archers on target.
They will die! By Kronos! Isha! Wild Riders!
See if we can finish them all off in time.
Hunters! Wild Riders! Ever ready! Eternal Guard!
I think we should have it. And we can speed that up there as well. Just that one unit left. Can we finish them off? It's going to be... yeah, we're not far off. And Orion there doing his thing. Probably not going to make it, but they're nearly dead. I think we should have... I think that should be the end of them this time. There we go. decisive victory. 39 losses, 509 on the enemy, so that's pretty much they were wiped out, apart from their flying ones. And again, cavalry mopping up. Good experience, unit experience as well. But I'm definitely thinking that with these beastmen battles invading the forest, is that getting a second army is going to be really important. So we'll look at the replenishment, 15%. So I think we'll definitely take that this time. And there we go. We finished that off. Faction destroyed beastmen. And then we'll head back towards our own territory for replenishment and recruitment. Right, what have we got here? Possessed by the Trickster God, melee defense, base missile damage, melee attack, melee defense, missile damage. I think I'm going to take passive ability augment. It's an interesting one, right? Because you can't take all three. So the melee defense thing would be quite nice overall for that sort of front line, which is where I generally use Orion. But I mean, that base missile damage. I mean, there's nothing better than destroying the enemy before they reach you. So I think I'm going to go with that. And then what have we got now for him? Deadly onslaught, missile resistance. Ammunition, piercing shots, reload time. No, let's make him a little bit tougher. So let's give him some hit points and some armor. And then here we're going to Endless Hunters. Reload time reduction, plus 15% during forest battles. And that's all personal stuff. So that's going to benefit the whole army. So we'll take that one. And I think we are ready to end the turn there. Okay, Azrai Azir Druki. Carried by elegantly hewn ships, our cousins have travelled from the distant lands of Ulthuan to visit us. After so many long years, they have finally deigned to visit their forest brethren. Is this a gracious visit or an omen of arrogance? Do you consider this a slight or a blessing? Will you grant them an audience with the Elven Council? Audience of Elves. So diplomatic relations, research rate, and income is up. Control goes down 4 turns or do nothing. I know, I think the research rate, the income, and the relations, I think is all useful. So I'll take that with a negative control.
I thirst for the hunt.
So you've got to think back where we want to go next. These dwarves and the greenskins, they're going to be at each other a little bit. Our friends up here are dealing with the dwarves in the north. I think I'm more interested in dealing with. Let's deal with Paravon, and then I think I'm going to go after Grom.
Clear a path.
If we're going to go after
Lord
Paravon,
of Yasrei.
we're going to be doing some sieging, and I think I'm thinking a couple more archers and a couple more spearmen wouldn't go amiss. That's 2 turns worth of recruitment. That's fine. 1 turn of movement and 1 turn stationary. I'm going to have to watch our income, though. a shame Grom took Quenelle. I'd have quite liked to have had Quenelle, actually.
Protector of the oak.
What have we got here? Still can't do anything with this. Control. Can't do anything with this because we need population. Because I really want growth, right? And growth is this here, but I can't get growth yet. So I don't really want either of these two. Construction cost and recruitment unlocks spell singers. So that will be a good one when we get spell singers. Get cavalry, that will be useful. Great stag knights and wild riders. So that's going to be a useful one. And then control +4. That would be a useful one as well. But I think what we're going to do is let's go for cavalry. Yeah, that'll be fine for now, right? Okay, and let's end turn there. Couple of extra units of cavalry certainly wouldn't go amiss, given how strong they are in Orion's army. So I'm definitely thinking that, you know, getting some more cavalry for him would be very, very useful. Okay, recruiting shortage. Okay, recruitment cost plus 25%. Thanks for that.
King in the woods.
Okay, so he's
Orion,
fully recruited.
you have orders?
Okay. Let's get 2 more, and that takes us to 1 short. There's no heroes that I can get yet anyway. Missile strength, I think it would be useful. And now we're going to go after Paravon. I really wanted a decent stack to siege a capital city with. It's not like we're blessed with like war machines or cannons to knock the walls down, so we are...
Rival power comes to parley, demanding a change in your mutual relations. Consider their offer carefully.
Okay. Do you know, I'm thinking actually being friendly with Bretonia is probably not a bad thing. We can go out, deal with Grom and these greenskins, and then I can turn my attention back to like Beastmen, greenskins, and maybe Skaven and stuff into the Southern Kingdom. So actually I'm thinking let's do it. But I'm thinking, can we get them to pay more? That would be no. Fine. We'll go after Grom instead. Win 3 battles against the greenskins. You'll be given the opportunity to confederate with the... Okay, very cool. What does it say? The Pine Crags is an embattled region ever beset by the greenskins of the Grey Mountains. As such, beneath Widrios eaves are a maze of walkways, root-braced tunnels, and outposts of living defence works that have repelled many an opportunity to war. Lord Findle, who holds sway over this realm, has a thirst for battle matched only by his courtiers, taking great joy in slaughtering the greenskin menace who so frequently intrude upon his domain. After seeing off the recent rash of particularly large greenskin attacks, however, the realm is slightly less defensible than it has been in the past. Lord Findle has reached out to you asking for assistance. He would like you to bring war to the greenskins so that their attentions may be elsewhere while Widrios' defences are rejuvenated. Though he has little fear that any greenskin attack would succeed even now, he prefers for his glade to be fully primed to inflict maximum bloodshed for the inevitable future attacks. Okay. except whispers in the woods. Rumors of a possible threat to the world routes have appeared in this region. There appears to be no immediate danger, but you should have forces nearby to be advised to investigate further. Okay, so that's like the encounter here. So this is coming up to turn 9. So at the end of this turn, but before we click the end of the turn, we will wrap up this first episode and then come back. We will then come back for some more to get to turn 50, which is our goal, 50 turns with Orion. So
You have my blessing. Setting forth.
Okay, forest encounter. Bretonians spared. Unhappy tree spirits. Growth control leadership. Forest health Athel Lauren +10. Bretonians punished. You will face a foe in battle. Abundant growth. Yeah, I think I want the growth right now. Actually, do you know what? I don't have any Dryad Streaking. The growth of -10 is... Actually, no, the growth is what I need to get those buildings, right? So, no, we will fight it. I need the growth to get population. Casualties low. Okay, so they've got quite a few archers. Some peasants in there. They've got plenty of spearmen infantry there. Plenty of cavalry. Okay, let's have a look at the map. So we are on an ambush as well. That's going to be excellent. Okay, great. Let's fight the battle. It's a good thing I think we reinforced our army. Peasant bowmen, so they have poor leadership, poor accuracy, and good range. Yeah, we want to get rid of the archers pretty quick. Right, so
Eager and ready.
spearmen. I want. Actually, we're going to split into 2 groups.
Eternal Guard.
There.
Defenders of Athel Lauren.
Strength of Kronos.
And there. We're going to have him like that.
Silent Sentinel.
Right, I'm going to have... Right.
Archers ready. Defenders of Athel Lauren.
Actually...
For Lady Ariel.
Orion there. I'm trying to think about how best to deal with
Warriors
these
of
archers.
Ariel.
Thinking literally like this. And I'm going to have the Waystalker here. Actually, no, I want to give them the best bonus around. But I want this cavalry into these archers very quickly. Okay. Let's try and clog them up quickly. Nope. archers. Melee, they're on fire at will. Okay.
For the Osprey!
Wild Riders! Flatten them!
Interesting.
Cavalry! Ready to ride! Trample them!
Actually working out pretty nicely.
Annihilate all!
Archers doing a good job.
Riders!
Wild Riders keeping them out.
Athol Loran!
Spearmen
Eternal God!
doing a good job against them.
Riders of Athol Loran!
Their lord about to go. Oh, really?
My aim is true!
Let's eliminate the cavalry pretty quick.
To battle!
Okay,
Our
and
bows
you.
are yours!
Well, they're rallying quite a lot.
Athol Loran! They will die! Bowman, ready? Attack!
Fortunately, the archers here pretty good. All these guys are still.
Eternal God!
We can just see there the power of Wood Elf archers. Absolutely fantastic, even against cavalry. I misjudged this bit of terrain. I should have been on the other side of the cavalry charge. I didn't realise they were going to go around it, so that was a mistake by me there. I'd have hit those archers better without getting clogged up. Actually, it worked well. It gave me a little bit of protection for these guys. And what I should have done is actually put the spearmen in front of the archers. I thought they would be quicker, and I actually thought I didn't think the cavalry would be that fast away. But there we go. We're still learning, right? We're still learning. That's the end of the battle. We'll call it a day there, and a decisive victory. And the enemy are defeated. 70 losses, 969 on the enemy. So you know, it's a win, right? It's a win. Cavalry again, plenty of kills there, but also, you know, the archers doing their stuff, and Orion there, you know, 134, you can see getting his magic on the bunched up enemy, which worked really, really well. So we mustn't forget Orion. He's, you know, he is the legendary lord after all, right? So we get 908 gold, we get a load of experience, and I think we'll take the treasury. When he's still there, we're not gonna have chance to chase him down.
Lord of the Osprey!
What have we got here? We're boosting him, so let's take some weapon strength and some elite defense and that. And then I want to go down here. I'm trying to boost him. I really want to improve him overall before we really start to go down the blue line. Plus, I've noticed on a lot of lords, like the blue line's not as good as it was in terms of the percentages, like ambush chance percentages, you know, Okay, so that's missile strength during ambushes plus 20%. Replenishment there for 8 and 15, and it was like 30% previously. Lightning strike just delays the enemy reinforcement time. So yeah, blue line not necessarily as I'm not going down as hard as I would have in the past, but there we go. That's him done. Way Stalker. Yeah, sight beyond sight, so let's improve that. I also need to think about improving his training as well to level up my units. And that's it. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the first episode. We have completed 9 turns out of 50. We fought every single battle. We're nearly at a full stack. We've got some... Oh, we've still got some building to do here, and I think we'll take this one. Still waiting for that population, but the growth now should help us now down to 3 turns to get the growth, so that we can actually get some of the more important things here for more growth. We defeated 1 threat and 2 threats. We defeated 2 Paravon armies, and it's looking promising. We've got we're green with most of these folks now as well. As we are defeating enemies and working our way to confederate Findle. So there we go. That's the end of the first episode of Orion and the Wood Elves. Stay tuned for more episodes. If you like what you saw, click that subscribe button and say free for you, helps us out a great deal. Thanks very much. You've been watching The Ghost Owl.